Today we're going to be doing a reformer routine, some basic classical exercises. We're going to be adding the magic circle today. So you can still do this routine without the magic circle, but for the little extra fire, you'll want the magic circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with footwork. So I have 3 to 4 springs on my carriage right now. I'm prepared for my breathing footwork, hundreds coordination, so I have my hand straps on if you don't have double loops. My foot bar is in the middle position for my foot bar, which is the up position. I'm going to come lying down onto my back. I'm going to begin with breathing with my ring. So I'm holding my ring. The center of my ring is around where my 12th rib meets my sternum. I'm holding on to the handles of my ring. My thumb is with my fingers. I'm pulling it apart gently with a bent elbow, not bent, but just a slight bend. So my shoulder blades are flat on my back. Inhale. Exhale, drawing my ribs together. I'm going to check in with my neutral spine. Make sure that my sacrum is heavy. There's a slight lift in my low back, reaching up towards the ceiling. Not arching my back, but I feel a lift there. Pardon me, I'm itching my nose. All 12 ribs are on, my shoulder blades are wide and flat on the mat, and my collarbones are wide as well. This last one. Feel your belly button sink towards your spine as if there's a marble in your belly button and your tummy is made of warm butter, which mine might be at this point. From there, I'm going to take the ring. I'm going to not change anything in the positioning of my neutral spine. I'm going to place it on my thighs, right above my knee. I'm going to connect my heels, squeeze the ring from my inner thighs so that everything's being drawn towards the midline, and I can feel it zip up through the center. I'm drawing everything in, tweezing my seat. I feel my pelvis narrowing. Everything's drawing in towards the midline. My ribs are wrapped. I'll platform my arms and take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. If you feel like you're having trouble maintaining your neutral spine, go ahead and bring your leg toward you slightly, but don't tuck your tailbone and lose that slight lift in your low back. One more breath. From there, I'm going to remove my ring from between my legs. My feet are still on the Pilates feet, so I'm going to lower them, placing my toes on the foot bar with my heels together, squeezing together still. I'm still feeling the same engagement that I did when my ring was between my knees. I'm tracking my knees over my big toe. I'm holding my ring the same way, giving it a slight pull apart with bent elbows. I'm going to press out on the inhale and exhale to come back in. Inhale. Inhale. Go ahead and check in with your neutral spine. Make sure that you're not sinking into your low back. Your ribs are still on. Your neck is still loose. And you shouldn't have any problem with the wide collarbones or wide shoulder blades because of the help of the ring. Zip up through the center, squeezing your glutes to straighten your legs, bend your knees in, and press out, squeezing your glutes, and come back in. From there, we're going to come to parallel, heels on, feet flexed, toes pulling back towards your knees. My heels are directly under my sits bones, so my feet are slightly separated. I'm still pulling out. I'm going to press over my glutes and hamstrings and release my hip flexors back in. Inhale out. Exhale, dropping the belly button to the spine. Here's 3. And 4. Make sure your ring is still centered over where your 12th rib and sternum meet. Here's 6. 7. 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and release your arms down to your chest real fast. Give them a little shake out. And bring your arms back up to the ceiling. I'm going to bring my toes, wrapping over the foot bar, squeezing my legs together, ankles, knees, and chest. I'm going to press out, pressing my heels under at the same time, and bend my knees to come back in. Here's 2. 3. And drive your heels under as your head reaches up. And release your hip flexors as you press. let them really release on the way back in. Squeezing everything together. One more. From here, we're going to float our legs up together to tabletop. Separate our feet. Turn them onto a wide Pilates feet. Locate the foot bar with our heels. For this next one, we're going to go ahead and drop the ring down to our chest. Go ahead and platform your arms by your side for a slight break. Really squeeze your turnout, rotating your femur, and then go ahead and press down and inhale, and exhale in, and inhale, exhale. Check in with your neutral spine. Make sure that you're not tucking your pelvis here, sinking your low back into the mat. Really squeeze your glutes to fully straighten your legs, and release. 9, and 10. From there, we're going to float our legs off, back up into tabletop using our abdominals. Bring our foot into a demi-point position where our feet are pointed gently, our toes are pulled back. Lower to rest our toes on the foot bar. Our feet will be in the high heel, demi-point, or forced arch position. We're going to make sure that our shoulder blades are still wide. We're going to press down on the inhale and exhale. Come back. Inhale and exhale. Your strings will feel slightly heavier at this point because your feet are in a forced arch position, meaning you're stretching them further away from the foot bar. And inhale. And drop your belly back. 2 more. On this last one, stay out at the top. Relocate your ring. Wrap your fingers around thumb with your fingers. Drop your left heel under. Bend your right knee over the foot bar and bring the heel up. And drop your right heel. And up. Here's 2. Try not to let your ring shake like I just did. Here's 4, 5, 6. Speed it up if you're able to. If you feel your pelvis or hips start rocking or shaking, slow it down. Draw your belly button to your spine to control your core. And 10, stay up. Drop both heels under and lift. And down. Lift up through the center. Just like when we were breathing with the ring between our knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now drop your heels under. While your heels under, bend your knees over the foot bar. Slowly resisting. Coming back in. Enjoying the stretch. I'm going to go ahead and sit up and change my springs over for hundreds in coordination. Come back down to lying down. I'm going to place my ring where it was in the beginning for breathing, squeezing my heels together strongly, pulling in on the ring with my inner thighs, not with my knees, tweezing my seat, narrowing my pelvis. My spine is in neutral. I'm going to shimmy slightly with my shoulder blades. Inhale to prayer, exhale to curl up, squeezing my ring a little tighter, and begin to inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Strong, solid inhale, and exhale. Here's 3, 4, and 5. Sorry. Go ahead, guys. Give your ring a little bit more of a squeeze. Really open your collarbones. Drop your belly to your spine. Curl up over your sternum to protect your neck or to help your neck. Shake out your neck if you need to. Reach strongly with your fingertips towards the foot bar. Stop there. We're going to stay here and pulse in on the ring for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw your knees into tabletop. Hands up to the ceiling. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Take both straps in one hand. Take your ring. It's going to go to the same place on your thigh, but under your knee, on the outside of your leg. So now we're working our adductor muscles. Abductor muscles. Sorry. We're going to be doing coordination. Elbows bent, biceps into your ribs, making sure you're in neutral spine. We're going to be doing coordination a little bit differently this time with the ring. Inhale. Exhale to curl up. Squeeze out on the ring. Come back so that you're not losing your grip on the ring, but you've Gotten rid of the extra stress of pressing on the outside. Bring your knees to tabletop. Bring your hands to your shoulders. And press out, dropping your belly button, your spine, extending your legs. And press out. 1, 2. Knees to tabletop. Hands to shoulders. And press out. Here's 3, 2, 1. Knees to tabletop. Hands to shoulders. And press out. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Tabletop. Shoulders. And press out. Extending everything strongly. Belly button to spine. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to tabletop. Hands to shoulders. And press out. Here's final for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to tabletop. Hands to your shoulders. Rest everything down. Take your straps. Remove the ring. Come up to sitting. We're changing over springs for feet and straps. I use 2 heavies. For that, that is 2 greens on my reformer. I have a balanced body reformer. And I'm going to go ahead and change my handles out for my foot straps here. I'm going to come back down to the line. Still with my ring. Don't let go of it. We're going to place the ring. Well, actually, we're going to put our foot straps on first. Press out with my left foot into my right foot. Pressing my right foot strongly into the strap. Put my left foot on. Connect my heels. Draw it together. Place my ring back between my knees and my thighs. Locate my neutral spine. Draw my knees in as far as I can without popping in my ribs. Not losing my low back by tucking my pelvis. We're going to press out, squeeze in everything of my inner thighs, and pull back in. Your legs will not touch. This is not a problem. This is an engagement of the inner thighs, drawing it up through the center, shooting the energy out through your head. Here's 3. And in. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and check in on your shoulder blades. Make sure you still have the same wide feeling from when you're pulling the ring out at the beginning of class. And 9. And 10. Stay open, squeezing. Lift your feet up to the ceiling and lower, not losing the squeeze on the ring. Here's 2. And lower, squeeze your glutes. Here's 3. Heavy sacrum. Squeeze your glutes and hamstrings. Inhale to the ceiling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Here's 8. Just 2 more. And 9. And 10. And lower. Bring your feet back in through the frog. Remove the ring. We're going to bring our feet up to the ceiling. We're going to extend our arms with our elbows bent a little bit more than before so that the straps don't hit the ring. We're going to be pulling out on the ring. Turn your feet out to Pilates V. Sacrum heavy, neutral spine. Open your feet to the side and flex, squeezing your inner thighs to pull your feet back together. And 2. And exhale. There's 3. Keep that pull on the ring. Don't let your ribs stop. Shoulder blades flat. See if you can reach your feet in and meet in the center at the same time. Not moving the carriage like I just did. 8. Here's 9. And 10. From here, go ahead and drop your ring onto your chest. Platform your arms by the side. Inhale to open your legs to the side. Exhale to squeeze your legs together and look back up to the top. Inhale and exhale. If you feel your hips rocking or your sacrum rocking back and forth, go ahead and make your circle a little bit smaller. 3 and 4. And here's 5. We're really getting the stretch in our legs on this as long as we are not rocking in our hips or pelvis, because we've done a lot of inner thigh work so far today. So we really want to reward our bodies by letting our legs really stretch out. Thank you, inner thighs. Go ahead and place 2 fingers on your hips. Make sure you're not rocking. Here, squeeze your glutes and hamstrings, pull down for 4. And squeeze, and 5. Inhale. And 6. Going to draw your knees into your chest. Take your left foot strap off first. Reach for the footboard with your left foot. Take the strap. Press that with your left foot. Grab your right foot strap. And the footboard with your right foot. And bring the carriage in. From there, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to change my foot straps back over to my handles real fast. I'm going to drop my hands. Now that I'm done working towards the back of the machine, I'm going to turn towards the front. I'm going to change over to one heavy spring for swan. So, it's 1 green on my machine. I'm going to come off of my machine. I'm going to grab my box. I also have, I'm going to center my box, pushing it up against the shoulder box. My sticky mat because I'm wearing a slippy outfit. I'm going to take my spring, or my ring, my spring. Hand, hand, leg, leg. From there, I'm going to finagle back so that I can find my ankles. There we go. I'm going to press out. I'm going to make sure that my sternum and 12th rib are right at the front edge of the box. I'm going to drop into my belly button. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs to tweeze my seat, narrow my pelvis, really protect my low back by drawing my belly button up and in. Bring my ribs together. I'm staring down at the floor. My nose may be touching the foot bar. This is not a problem. I'm going to press out on 1. Primarily not to my pinky blade edge. I'm going to pull up with straight arms into my swan. On 2. Still squeezing on the ring. Press out on 3. Pull back across the foot bar on 4. Press out on 1. On 2. 3. 4. And 1. 2. 3. 4. I'm going to exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. 1 more on exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Before, I'm going to go ahead and release my ring. Before I go ahead and turn around, I'm going to go ahead and change my spring for pulling straps 1 and 2. I like 1 medium for that. 1 light is also perfectly acceptable, especially if you're having some shoulder issues, neck issues. So, I'm going to come off of my box. Before I go to the back, I'm going to go ahead and drop or remove my foot bar. This is in preparation of short box. I'm going to come back on to my box with where my sternum meets my 12th rib at the front edge of my box, facing towards the back. Now, I'm going to reach back with my ring again. Do that super fun thing that I just did, where I try to find right above between my ankles with my ring. I'm going to reach my feet long. Again, I'm narrowing my pelvis, tweezing my seat, squeezing my glutes, drawing in on the ring, using my inner thighs, not my ankles. I'm just pulling on my inner thighs. I've drawn my belly button up towards my spine. My ribs are knit. And now that you're really uncomfortable, let's talk about the next thing. I put my handles around my wrists as if they're bracelets. I'm going to choke up on my straps. I can rest my hands easily on the wood, and I'm going to slide them off to the side. My head and spine are all in neutral. I'm looking down. I'm going to pull back on 1. Squeezing under my arms, really drawing my biceps and my ribs, and release with control. And 2. And release. Here's 3. Squeezing on your ring. Draw your belly button up and in. 5. Drawing my shoulder blades actively away from my ears. Here's 7. And on 8, I'm going to hold it back. Without moving my biceps, I'm going to bend my elbows. Bring my fist to my shoulders and pull back for a tricep press. And 2. Don't forget to keep breathing. Don't bounce the carriage. Control it all the way. Here's 6. Here's 7. Here's 8. Don't lose the squeeze on that ring. And release with control. Don't lose that squeeze on your ring yet. Draw your belly button up towards your spine. Take your handles off. grab onto the metal or right above your strap or handle, or put your thumb through the ring like a thumb ring. Wrap your thumb around the ring if that's the case. Neutral spine, hands to the ground. Leave your palms to the ground the whole time so you don't lose your lat engagement. We're gonna pull back to our hips and release. Here's 2. You may not be able to get your hands all the way to your hips without straightening your shoulders up. Please do not do that. Stop where you are. 4. Here's 5. Here's 6. 7. And 8. Stay in there. Flip your palms to your hips and pulse for 10. 2. It's as if you're squeezing an orange under your arm. 8. Flip your palms to the ground and release out. Take your straps and now release your legs. Whew. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to remove my sticky mat. You may want to keep it. I'm going to change my box over to a short box. Placing it right in the middle of my carriage. Please place 4 to 5 springs on your carriage. Locate your safety strap. Give it a tug to make sure that you are well connected. I'm going to come to sitting on my box. Place my feet underneath my safety strap. I'm sorry, I'm going to come off the carriage to do this. I'm going to extend my carriage out because I'm at an awkward height to do short box with straight legs, and I like for my legs to be straight on my short box exercises. Now I'm going to place my feet under. That feels better. I have a hand's distance between the back side of my booty and the back edge of the box. I'm going to take the pad and place it on my sternum. I'm going to pull in gently, drawing my shoulder blades down, nodding my nose to the ring, and roll the ring down to my thighs. I'll be doing round back from here. It is an articulation exercise. Draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale, articulating down. Exhale, draw your belly to your spine, rolling back up over the ring. And inhale. And exhale back up. Drawing your shoulders down your spine, engaging your lats to assist you with this. Here's 3. And 4. If you're able to, go ahead and place your sacrum on the box. Articulate up. If you cannot articulate up after this, please do not move on. Otherwise, go ahead and inhale. Place your sacrum. Release your nose. Back up into the well. Exhale. Bring your nose to the ring. And exhale to articulate up. From there, I'm going to come up into a flat back. Bring my ring up. Give a slight squeeze. I'm going to inhale as if I am between 2 panes of glass. I'm going to lean back. Exhale, squeezing my ring. Sitting straight up. I'm going to inhale back. Exhale, squeeze my ring. Squeeze my glutes and sit straight up. Inhale for 3. Squeeze and lift. Halfway there. Here's 4. Don't let your ring drop behind your ears. Here's 5. One more. Here's 6. Staying at the top. I'm going to side bend, reaching the ring up for the where the wall meets the ceiling to my right. I'm going to squeeze the ring and lift back up to center. Side bend left and squeeze and lift and right and squeeze and lift. Not losing connection with my hips to the box. One more on each side. One more. I'm going to shake up my legs real fast. We're going to bring our arms back up to the ceiling. I'm going to rotate to the left. I'm going to tuck my pelvis slightly. Roll back. Back up, still in a twist. And then twist to the center. I'm going to twist to the right. Tuck my pelvis slightly. Articulate back. This exercise is twist, untwist to the left. Tuck and articulate. Up. To center. And right. Tuck. I don't know who says you don't sweat during Pilates. They're obviously not working out right now. Keep breathing. Tuck and dropping your belly, your spine and lift through center. One more. And up. Center and right. Final one. Tuck and articulate back up, resisting through center. Go ahead and release. The ring. We're going to do classical tree for this one, which I believe is a little stretchier, with some back bends into the well. If you get vertigo or you're uncomfortable going back into the well, please do not release back into the well. Please just walk down and walk back up, or articulate back and hold it on your belly button to come back up. I'm going to begin by making sure I have the proper distance between my back side and the back edge of the box. I'm going to pull my right knee into tabletop, sitting straight up. Elbows wide to the side. I'm going to extend my leg and bend it. And two. And bend. Three, stay out straight and flex your toes back, flex your foot back. We're articulating through our foot. So toes, ball of foot, toes. One more, toes. Ball of foot, toes. 3 circles with the angle, 2. And 3, reverse. 1, 2, 3. Walk your hands up your leg and pull 1, 2, 3. Now, tuck your tailbone. There's your strap. Articulate back. Walk your hands down your leg. Don't bend into the well yet. Walk them back up. And come back up. And walk. And articulate into the wall. Grab onto the sides of the blend. We're going to do 3 leg circles in each direction. So inhale across your body, exhale to the outside. Your leg circles can be as large as you would like, as long as you're keeping a heavy sacrum. On the third one, stop at the top and reverse to the outside. And exhale across your midline. And 2. Make sure you're taking advantage of that wonderful hip flexor stretch you're receiving in your stabilizing leg. Hold on your legs. Now, exhale, nudge your chin to your chest. And roll up, just like in round back that we just did on the short box. Now, exhale, roll back. Walk your hands down your leg. You may put your hands back on the wood if you'd like, or you can lower them to the floor. Take a breath here. Exhale. Bring your hands to your leg. Don't pull on your leg. You should have very light fingers, using your abdominals to come up. From here, I'm going to hold my right foot in my right hand. I'm going to locate the strap on the outside of my box, and I'm going to lean back. From here, I'm going to articulate back up using my abdominals. I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to place it on the outside of my right foot, so not on the arch. I'm going to bring my right hand around, locate the back corner of the box, pull my right leg across my body while I twist to look behind me at my uprights on my reformer. And release the stretch. I'm going to reach up with my right hand, replace my left hand on the outside of my foot, locate my safety strap again, bring my foot to the outside of my body, tuck my pelvis, and roll back for a stretch. Nope. Articulate back up. Take my foot out of the safety strap. Cross my above my right ankle, over my left knee. Place my hands back corners of the box. And flat back, lean over my bent right leg for a hip flexor stretch. One more breath. And then I'm going to reach down, place my foot back under the safety strap. Go ahead and double check again for the hands distance from my booty to the back edge of the box. Bring my left knee to tabletop, wide elbows. I'm going to straighten my leg and bend. Here's 2 and bend. Here's 3. Articulate my foot, so I'm going to pull back my toes and the ball of my foot. Pull out. My toes are pulled back, and now, and would articulate again, and release. Here's 3, and release. 3 ankle circles. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. Here's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to walk my hands up to my ankle. Everybody has a leg that's a little less flexible. This is my less flexible side. I'm going to tuck my pelvis. I'm going to walk my hands down like light fingers. You should be able to hold this. Walk my hands back up, light fingers. And back up to sitting. Roll back down. My sacrum will be on the mat before I begin to articulate down from there. I'm going to put my hands on the wood. I'm going to inhale my leg across my body for single leg circles and exhale back to the top. And inhale. Inhale. And drop your belly button into your spine. And reverse. Inhale away from the body. Exhale across the midline. Here's 2. Final 1. Look at your leg. Similar to your chest. Walk up your leg with light fingers. And back up to sitting. 1 more. So, sacrum hits the box first. Walk your leg. Hands down your leg. Now bring your hands to the wood or to the mat or the floor. 1 more breath. Look at your leg. Not your chin to your chest. Articulate your spine back to sitting. Now, take your left hand on the outside of your left foot. Take your right hand in the strap on the right side of your box and pull back into the first of the ballet stretches. Pull back up to sitting. I'm going to take my right hand, hold on to the outside of my left foot, reach my left hand back to the left corner of my box, pull my left leg across my body, and rotate, twisting back, pressing into the box to assist with my twist, unless I have osteoporosis or osteopenia, looking back at my uprights. Bring my leg back across my body, holding on to the outside of my left foot with my left hand. I'm going to rock back. Wherever you grab onto your leg is perfectly acceptable for these stretches. And back up to sitting. I'm going to release my right foot from the foot strap. Place my left foot at above my left ankle, across my right knee so that my ankle's not sickly. I'm going to bring my hands around to the back of the flat back. I'm going to fold over or lean over with a flat back over my left knee, shin. One more. I'm going to release. I'm going to carefully step off of my carriage. I'm going to remove my box. I'm going to fix any adjustments that I made to my carriage. I'm going to put 1 medium spring on. We are going into teaser. We are going to do 3 teaser with a ring on the inside of our knees, 3 teasers with the ring on the outside of our knees. We're going to come down to lying on my carriage. Make sure that you're not at a point in your carriage where if you rock up into teaser, you're going to roll off into your springs. You don't want to be shoved up against your shoulder blocks so that you can move, but you don't want to lose all control and fall into your springs. I'm squeezing the ring in between my thighs, above my knees. My heels are squeezed together as well. I have my straps down. My hands are dangling down below my body, but I have not lost my neutral spine. I'm going to inhale. Reaching down, scooping the water at either side, squeezing my ring, coming up to teaser. Exhale back down with control, placing my sacrum down first, and then coming back down. I'm going to inhale. Exhale. I'm going to inhale at the top. I'm still squeezing my ring. Tap my tailbone. Articulate down with control. Pushing into the straps. Push in, push in, push in. And down. Shimmy away from your shoulder blocks slightly if you need to. Inhale. Scoop the water on the side of your reformer and lift. This is not easy. I'm going to inhale at the top. Try not to let your heels come apart. Minded. I'm going to come down. I'm going to place both my handles in one hand. I'm going to place my ring on the outside of my thighs, right above my knees. I'm going to squeeze my heels together again. Pushing out on my ring. I'm going to inhale. And exhale to press up into teaser, pressing out on my ring. Inhale. Exhale, don't forget to breathe during teaser. Press up. Wide collarbone. Please your sacrum. Shimmy away from your shoulder blocks if you need to. Final one, everything you got. And lift. And down. Go ahead and bend your knees into your chest. Repeg your straps. Go ahead and take your ring out. We're going to go ahead and put it to the side. We are going to be moving on to chest expansion and thigh stretch. So for that, I have 2 springs on. It's 1 medium and 1 light. On my machine, that's 1 red, 1 blue. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to be kneeling. My toes are going to be wrapped around the back edge of the carriage. I'm squeezing my glutes to open up my hip flexors and press them forward. I'm drawing my abdominals up and in. My ribs are together and they are down. My shoulder blades are down my back. Reach down. Grab my handles. I'm wrapping my thumbs around for safety. Squeezing my glutes. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to look right, center, left, center. I'm going to release, bringing the carriage to the foot bar with control. I'm going to pull back with my lats, reaching my fingers down for the spring. Look left, center, right, center, release, reaching my fingers down, pulling my shoulders away from my ears. We have 3 more sets. Pull back, look right, center, left, center, release, and pull back, look left, center, right, center, release. Don't lose a squeeze on your glutes. Pull back, look right, center, left, center, release. Your shins should stay in contact. Left, center, right, center, release with a carriage the whole time. Final set. Pull back, right, center, left, center, release, and pull back, left, center, right, center, release. From there, I'm going to carefully scoot my knees so that my thighs are pressing into the shoulder blocks. I'm going to wrap, place the handles around my wrists as if they were bracelets, choke up on my straps so that my arms are straight. I'm going to lean back and flat back again. Bring my hands up slightly to increase the tension, to help lift myself back up. I'm going to inhale back, exhale, and lift. Here's 3. And lift. Squeezing our glutes the entire time again. Here's 4. Only go so far as you can retain a flat back and control the movement. 2 more. Drawing your belly back to your spine all the way up. Final one, shoulders down your back. Sit down on your heels. Take your handles off your wrists. I'm going to turn around to face the front. I'm dropping my medium spring so that I have one light spring on, that's one blue. I'm going to separate my springs, making sure they're not crossed, or my straps, sorry. I'm going to come up to kneeling. My toes are going to be tucked, my heels are going to be pressing into the shoulder box. I'm going to bring my hand to in front of my hips to ensure that I do not injure my shoulders. I'm going to inhale, my arms up to the side, squeezing my glutes. Exhale, my arms to the side, keeping them in my periphery. And inhale. Here's 3. Controlling the carriage. Not letting the carriage control me. 4. Belly button up and in. Ribs down. 2 more. 1 more. Stop right there and reverse. Inhale to the side and exhale down through the center. Shoulders down your back. Try spiraling out slightly your pinky blade edge, putting more engagement there in your straps or handles so you can engage your lats a little bit more. Here's 5. 1 more. And here's 6. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. Gently bring the carriage into the bumper. Replace your handles. I'm going to be moving into mermaid for our final exercise. I'm going to be putting 1 heavy spring on. For me, that is 1 green. I'm going to bring my handle up to the up position. For me, that's the middle. I'm going to come in to the classical mermaid position with my legs, where both shins are stacked, pressing into the shoulder blocks. If this is too hard on your knees, please come to a figure 4 position, where your bottom leg will be parallel. The shin will be parallel with the side of the carriage. You can also slightly angle your foot if you like. Don't pop your hip too high. Twisting out. Or, for those of you with knee problems, crisscross, applesauce. Let's go back a little bit closer to your shoulder box. For crisscross applesauce, please remember which leg is in front so that when you go to the other side, you can flip the switch of your legs. Okay, bring my hand onto the foot bar. More pressure on my pinky blade edge. My hand will be in my periphery. I'm going to straighten my elbow to lean, lifting up on my side, not sinking down in. I'm lifting to stretch over without flaring my ribs. My ribs are still connected. I'm going to bend my elbow, coming up to sitting. Hold on to my peg or my shoulder block and pull myself over for a side bend into the well. Place my hand back on the foot bar and press out and lean. Still breathing. Final one on this side. And stretch. Now let your shoulder come up to your ear, pulling it down your back still. And lean. I'm going to place my hand on the foot bar, swing my legs around, step off of my reformer to come to the other side. Again, I'm going to be sitting in a classical mermaid position. You can sit in the figure 4, where your bottom leg shin will be perpendicular with the side of your reformer, or in the crisscross applesauce position with the opposite leg in front now. My shoulders are pressed into the shoulder blocks. My hand is on the foot bar, slightly in front of the center in my periphery. I'm going to straighten my elbow, bend over towards the foot bar. Reach my fingers across the foot bar. And my elbow, draw my shoulder down my back to come back up and in. Grab my peg or my shoulder block to fold over into the well. Place my hand and press out by straightening my elbow and reaching. Bend my elbow, lifting up. And bend over into the well. This will be the final one. And straighten and reach. Bend your elbow. Coming up. And in to the well. Thank you guys so much for joining me.